We start designing the footer. We have some small problems to fix here. We don't have the borders on the corners of each testimonial while we want to have, and we don't have the shadow in each of the testimonials. I tried to give, but I made a mistake by saying RBGA instead of RGBA, and I have to give a border radius of this border radius small. Save, and let's see the result. Giving a 5, here we have the shadow and the border radius. Our footer is basically composed by a centralized logo, 4 columns. Each of them have a color, a title, a description of the links. We have to book a test drive, find dealer, privacy policy, showroom. We have a row containing different links for our social media pages and copyright. Let's start to make this happen. We're going to start using the tag footer. This is footer. So let's put our div with the utility class text center. Here's where we're gonna place the logo image and say footer logo. The source is going to be image home logo, and this is the second one. This is 7 cars logo. But let's give a row next where we're gonna have footer menu. We're going to put the body of our menu right here. And let's start with the column 1 of 4. This first column is going to take an ordered list, and it's gonna be footer list. Inside we're gonna have items, but first we have the title, which is going to be placed in our paragraph. Footer list title, let's say call center. We have list item with the link with the class footer list item. We're gonna have link inside of the list item, footer list link. Hypertext reference, we are not going to redirect to somewhere, and we are going to say book a test drive. Let's save. I'm actually going to remove all of this on my right side because these lines are so long. So let's revise. Footer menu body. We have the first column. Inside of the column we have a footer list. We have a footer list title, footer list item, footer list link. So we can simply Control Alt down, 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 and right after. This is going to be schedule, service, next, subscribe to newsletter, 7 cars, and the last one is going to be quote request. Save. We have the first column, so we have to copy and paste. Now we're going to say shopping. The link here is going to be find a dealer, services, seven cars, top choices, Finally, our app store. Copy and duplicate. Instead of shopping, we have legal terms, privacy policy, cookies policy, conditions and terms of our user, alternative legislation, its litigation, resolution, copy, paste, discover, more, showroom press career, those type of things. Nice. We have designed the 4 columns. Next, we have to put the row which is going to contain our social media icons. We have finished it on this row, which is here. So let's make sure that we put after this one row. We're going to view, text, center, right, put our social media inside. We're gonna have links and they will take us to nowhere. So is anchor tag, nowhere, icons, let's put their appropriate class, font awesome, Facebook, and it's all. Just keep duplicating things. Here is going to be for Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and LinkedIn. The final row is where we have our copyright. So let's say paragraph copyright, and use the copyright sign with this entity 169. You can see in the HTML 7 cars and Delton Kivala. You are allowed to use this website for personal purpose, but not commercial. Please don't use this website to recreate your course. Say that you are the person who made it, because there's a lot of people doing that bad stuff on the internet. Please just don't be fake to yourself. Use this website just to practice, see how it was designed, get an inspiration, or show to your friend this, recommending this course to someone. That's the best thing that you can do, promote it, but don't say that you have designed it, please. The next thing that we can do, and we have to, is to create our component. Okay, you can treat your footer as a component, how I was about to do, but how this is about the page formatting. I'm simply going to insert here in my page and say footer.css. How I have my home here. It should be on layout. That's what I wanted to say. It's simply a layout and not the page itself. It's a part of my layout. I'm going to put this on the right side, so split right. My main also needs to go to the right. Very good, and I'm going to stay with the index right here. This is inside of my layout. Footer, I'm going to put as the last one. Save, nothing bad. The first thing is to give a huge amount of padding in our footer. So padding, top and bottom, 115 rem, 0. The background color is going to be color black, and the color of the text inside is going to be white. Let's see how it looks like. Here we are. Let's refresh, and all is here. Well, let's give a margin between this logo and our next row. For that, I prefer to use utility class of margin bottom large instead of giving here from my CSS. Let me go and find it. So margin bottom large, save. This must fix that. Very good. We're going to start footer list. In our footer list, we can simply add a little bit of padding, top and bottom, left and right, nothing. Transform the text to text transform. Let's actually say capitalize, because we want to have the first letter of a word uppercased. Let's see if this is working. It's working. We can start with our title. We're going to, from top to down, increase the font size. I tried and I saw the 25 pixels is the best one for this. The font weight, we can put 700, and let's give a margin to the bottom of 1 rem. Save and see how it looks like. Very good. Here we have with the margin. Next, let's go to each item. Increase the font size, so 14 pixels, 1.4 rem, and see. This didn't update. Let's save here, go and see. Now it's much better. Let's focus on our links. What is a link? We have different states, so we're gonna apply the same styles, where we are going to have the color white when it's active, link, and visited. Active, link, and visited. The color is going to be color white. We're actually going to give some padding of 10 pixels, and see how does it look like. Nice, but I find this padding is so huge, so let me inspect it and reduce with Chrome. Yeah, I have the 10 pixels. Yes, 2 pixels is enough. I'm going to put 0.2 rem 2 pixels because this value is so small. When we hover, we have the light red color changing, so and hover, the color is going to be light red. Add a bit of transition to all in 0.2 seconds. Let's save and see. Give a 5. Here we have. We're going to remove this underline right here because it's annoying, and the bullets also. I'm going to put these settings in a basic file for typography because I don't want to have this underlined and bullets in every place that I work in my page, and this is not just for the footer, so I prefer to put this style right in my base typography file. Right here I can say what's another release is going to have list style of none. Anchor tag on the link state. What is anchor tag? On the visited state, I'm going to say text decoration none. Let me save. Go to my footer save, main save, and see how it appears right now. This is how it should be. What we can do next is format our social media icons right here. Okay, they don't show up. Maybe I don't have internet connection, so let me make sure that I am connected to the internet. Here I am. I'm going to give a 5. I can't see them, so let's make sure that the link class is written how it should be. Font awesome, Facebook, yes. Okay, let me actually increase the font size of my social media elements, icons, I mean. Social media, I'm going to say font size to some 2.7 rem. What's anchor tag? I'm going to give the color white. Give a margin to the right just to space them. What's not? Last child. Margin to the right of 2 rem. This should fix the margin issue. So let's go to Windows 3. Okay, here we have, we're still going to fix this. Let's go to our copyright. The copyright is simply going to have an increased font size, 1.3 rem. Save, wrote, giving a 5. Here we have. Now let's talk about this one that doesn't want to show up. So this is font awesome. I wrote Facebook how it should be. Let's go to the font awesome page and see. Font awesome Facebook. Let's see. Okay, FAB, it starts with B before the starting of the next FA, so it's FAB instead of FAS. Let me change to B and see if this solves. Nice, that's it. It was easy to develop this footer. Our components are all here, formatted how they should. We can put one after other, and yes, that's it. You can find a dealer here. Subscribe to newsletter, subscribe to newsletter. Oh, this is typo mistake. Subscribe to newsletter. Next is find a dealer. That's written how it should be. Book a test drive. Okay, find a dealer. Here I wrote find a dealer. Simply find dealer. Complaint ebook. Oh, I didn't insert in my legal terms. So complaint ebook. I'm simply going to copy this. What's happening here? Complaint ebook, save and see right now. Complaint ebook. Let me reload this. Okay, the unique difference that we have is the fact that the icon of menu is present here and all is the same. The next thing is to design our pop-up or this menu. Don't forget that we have to design these pop-ups right here. It's going to be a good journey while we design this because you're gonna learn beautiful things. One idea that I'm giving you and you can implement is to change the color of each of these icons when we hover. For example, for YouTube, you can change its color to red, LinkedIn to blue, the color of Instagram and blue. You can find the colors of these brands on the internet. They are available. That's it. Let's move to the next lecture.